So the new map expansion for Fallout 76, Skyline Valley, has a official release date of June 12th. Now, this video may or may not be posted after the actual freaking DLC comes out, alright? I've been busy, everyone's been busy, but I'm trying my best here to cater to the people that are watching this probably before they hop in, or people that have already hopped in. I've played Fallout 76 and been a part of DLC drops, but this is the first map expansion, and I want you guys to be as ready as you can for it. This is probably more for the newer players on the beginner side, the people that just got in. I mean, if you have thousands of hours, and this probably won't be the most optimal video for you, as you know what to do at this point. But really quick, I do want to thank the sponsor for today's video, Star Trek Fleet Command. If you're looking for a vast open world galaxy full of resources for you to harvest to upgrade your fleet of starships, this is definitely the game for you. With over 50 years of iconic cruise ships and crew from the Star Trek stories, nearly endless missions for you to explore. There's also currently an event going on called Strange New Worlds, where you can prepare for epic battles in the mysterious and treacherous worlds of the Strange New Worlds. Face off against furious foes like the cunning Klingon and the reptilian Gorn as you fight for glory and domination. And there's really no room to get bored because new missions are dropped every single month. New ships are there to collect every single month, with so much extra content including customizable avatars, frames, and so much more. Don't forget to download Star Trek Fleet Command using my link in the description below or the QR code that has been on screen. And if you guys hit level 5, you do directly support the channel, so it does mean a lot if you guys do. Again, thank you Star Trek Fleet Command for sponsoring this segment of today's video. Now, the trailer did show a lot of emphasis on Vault 63, and you do see one of the major world bosses in this trailer, which looks like he is going to be a robot. So I'm going to go off the hunch that you guys probably want to get that anything that lowers your damage from robots or increases your damage to robots is going to suddenly become a whole lot better when this DLC drops. And can we take a second to appreciate that at the end of the trailer, they just threw in play as a ghoul early 2025. That looks freaking sick. It's a little bit off topic, but I'm really hyped for that. Now, the first thing that may seem like a no-brainer is clearing up your stash space. If you're a Fallout First member, you probably don't care about this, but if you're a newer player, or you're like me and you hoard absolutely everything because it's a very bad habit of mine, go over into your weapons, go over into your armor, make sure you don't have stuff you're never going to use. I mean, look at me, I have a 15-pound flamer in here that I think I just have in here to sell for legendary scripts, but there's probably a bunch of these. You could go over into your junk. Maybe you haven't scrapped all your junk, or some junk is just really heavy that you don't need. If you have a bunch of extra junk you don't need, you could actually craft it and make it a bulk screws, bulk gears. Then you can go sell that to traders for some caps if you're just overloading on junk. And while we are here, for the non-Fallout First members, if you go over into your ammo tab, this is probably a very optimal time to start transferring your ammo from here over to your actual character, because I use things like the Gatling Plasma, and that takes plasma cores, and they take up quite a bit of weight. They're 1 pound per, and at one point I had like 200 on me because I just only use that weapon. But even the 40mm grenade rounds are pretty damn heavy. Missiles if you're running that type of build, cannonballs if you're running heavy builds. So just get your overall weight in order just from your junk over to your ammo, and even with your armor. If we go over into my armor right now, we can see that on all my armor, I do have, when you inspect, I do have plus 10 carry weight due to the Deep Pocketed mod. Deep Pocketed is a mod you could put on all your normal armor pieces, and it gives you 10 carry weight on each. So you can see here, 10 carry weight, and it's on every single one of these. Ignore my shitty perks. That's something I am trying my best to roll because I have terrible luck. But if you just get the Deep Pocketed roll on all 5 pieces of your armor, that is 50 pounds right here that you have to carry more things. It's pretty self-explanatory. The more you can carry, the more quickly you're going to progress in this game. It's just how it is. Making less trips, selling less things, overall making the experience a whole lot more enjoyable. You could even take it further if you get backpacks. These small backpacks give you 30 carry weight at level 50, and I believe these standard ones give you 60 once you do the Boy Scout quest line. Some food will also give you increased carry weight, depending on, like grilled rat toad will increase my carry weight by 10, even though I already ate it, but you can see it does increase it. And since I was just complaining about it, legendary scripts are probably going to be something you need once again, and if you're earlier into the game, like most of you watching this video, you probably don't have a lot to begin with, and I would almost say save it, or if this video is coming out while the update is out, I would start just hoarding them so you can en masse roll. It's kind of, I don't know. I'm not going to be superstitious, but in my experience, doing your dailies and then turning it in, it generally is worse. But if I save up a bunch of scripts and do a bunch of rolls, most of the time my rolls are a whole lot freaking better. Get rid of these at our script machine here. I did go in depth on another video on exactly how to do all this, but pretty self-explanatory. Bring your unwanted legendaries to these machines, get your scripts, and then you go over to this little guy over here. Trade with him, get your legendary modules. We'll just get 10 for now. I don't really need that many. And yeah. And I imagine that there's going to be brand new gear that has already been confirmed with this DLC, so if you want to actually get good rolls that cater to your build on the brand new weapons or the brand new unique weapons, you're going to need to farm legendary scripts as efficiently as possible. And I do have another video on my channel if you really want to go in depth into that topic. I'm not going to repeat myself 300 times just for the sake of watch time. Another thing I would highly recommend is if you are watching this prior to the release, farm resources now. Do not farm resources later, because another little parentheses tip I'm going to put here is when you are playing this DLC, it is going to be astronomically better to play it with your friends, and you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy that's going to go get wood, has to go mine black titanium for a crafting recipe. Just get your resources in order now, or before you hang out with your buddies and go through the story. And if you're a solo player, you don't need to listen to this, because you could do things at your own pace, and I'm going to be crafting a lot of ammo when this DLC drops, because I'm going to be farming as much as possible. So, another thing, gunpowder. Gunpowder is something you could farm mass amounts of, and you need it for basically everything. But for 99% of the ammos in this game, you need gunpowder, lead, steel, and if it's something like a special ammo, you might need adhesive or rubber, things of that nature. But I would recommend lead, steel, and gunpowder are going to be main priorities for most people out there. Or if you're running a melee build, just bring yourself and look pretty. Another quick tip, over into your little what makes you special punch card machine, you go over into here, get your build going, get your build ready, know what build you're going to be rocking. Not only that, when you're in your level up process, go to your legendary perks and make sure you have a intelligence card. I only bring this up because if you are a newer player or you are just looking to level up faster, the intelligence card is going to obviously give you more XP because the higher your intelligence is. But not only that, from the gameplay we have seen and from the people that have played in the early access, some of the people that were granted the early access, unfortunately I was not. I hear a lot of people saying what rads is going to be a lot more useful because the whole area is ghoul infested and there's a bunch of rads. I know this is going to be really stingy for the people that are running bloodied builds, but if you are running bloodied builds, you could just simply run the correct power armor and you don't really have to worry about it. But for the people not running bloodied builds, what rads is a really freaking awesome perk, so you're not spamming radaway and radx every 4 seconds. Now this may not be important to you guys as it is for me, but I love my camp and it's probably one of my main drivers to keep playing this game. But as you can see in the top right, I don't have a lot of budget, and I know they're going to be adding a bunch of cool new stuff to the item shop, to the actual game, and just in general for me to build, and I don't have a lot of stuff I want to get rid of. I would recommend check your budget to see if you want to clear up space. What I like to do is like pre-plan and pre-negotiate my room and how I'm going to be doing it, because the way I look at my base here, I like how it looks, but I might be making this part a little bit shorter to take up less budgets and making it more vertical over here so I could add in like a cool little balcony, maybe like a diner with some tables. I'm going off on a tangent here, but just a little pro tip. I have many updates where I'm kind of just sitting in my base contemplating what to get rid of, and it kind of not kills the experience for me, but it delays the fun, because there's been plenty of updates, especially when they added Nuka World, where they added all these cool bottles and stuff, where I was like, dude, I have no room for all of this. So just a quick tip for you guys that love building your camp in this game, try your best to save some space for all the cool nifty stuff. I do want to point out that if you go into your chemistry station, we're going to go over into the craft menu right now. Ignore Mr. Goldie over there. He's just chilling on the table. We go over into our energy ammo and we see fusion cores for the people using power armor, and I imagine we're going to be using power armor quite often because the devs have been saying that the open world boss is the hardest one yet. I imagine there's not going to be a lot of people running around naked, but you need all the flux in order to craft fusion cores. Or if you're one of the gamers in the atomic shop, they actually sometimes sell the fusion core recharger. I don't know if it's in the shop right now. It's probably not. I have not really seen it recently, but it just recharges your fusion cores. So if you want to, you know, throw out the little money or grind it that way, you definitely could. But for the people that don't have endless bottomless pockets, you could farm the flux from dropped nuke sites. So when somebody drops a nuke somewhere on the map, usually over here, there's just going to be a bunch of flowers that you can pick, and it will give you all the flux needed to make fusion cores. Now, once again, guys, I hope you do enjoy your journey into this DLC, and if some of these things seem obvious to you, I do apologize. It's just I wish these type of videos were around when I got into Fallout 76 and a new content patch dropped and I had a a way to progress and just tips to make my life a whole lot easier. A lot of my friends went through the same process where it's like, yeah, the DLC's out, but I'm kind of going through the story and then my storage is full. This game's a cash grab. I need Fallout first. I can't add more things to my camp. I need Fallout first for new campsites. It's just, it goes down to a whole rabbit hole of Fallout first, and I want to show players and show people that are so interested in this game that you can still play it as a free-to-play and definitely enjoy yourself 100% and even take it seriously if that's your forte. I'll probably be covering some things and some guides for the DLC once I take it at my own pace. I don't want to rush it for the sake of content, but you guys let me know what you think of the DLC so far if this video so happens to come out after the initial release. Once again, I just been very busy with life and delays, but it does mean a lot if you guys hit the like button down below, as it does spread out my Fallout content to more people in the Fallout community. And don't forget to subscribe if you never want to miss out on another video from me, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you all later.